Tanzania. Anyway, here I am, alive and kicking, and still going. Yeah. The biggest question therefore would be, what next? What is the mission? Friends, I am not in exile. I'm on a mission.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not going to stop. We are not going to stop. Yes, I'm saying that to me. Don't quote me. Because technically, I'm in exile. But spiritually, I am not. I'm on the move. And this move, the final stop, it might not be the next stop, but the final stop will be Kampala, Uganda. We have a problem, a very, very big problem. But we are going to turn this problem into an opportunity. Somebody say it after me. We are going to turn this problem into an opportunity. We are going to turn this problem into an opportunity. Because yes, we can, and we are going to do that. They thought, and it's time for them to disassociate with it. When our forefathers were fighting against slavery, there are many that were supporting it until it became so embarrassing to associate with. When the Mandelas in their time were fighting against apartheid in South Africa, apartheid was the thing. In fact, back then the British Prime Minister branded Nelson Mandela a terrorist. But eventually, apartheid fell. It didn't fall like a miracle. No, it took efforts. I remember here in New York, back in the 80s, a documentary about apartheid South Africa was shown here in New York. It was launched here in New York, and it was shown in various, cinemas across America. And that alone was an expose that ultimately pushed the U.S. government to acknowledge that indeed apartheid was evil, and the U.S. government, plus all other governments in the developed free world, to associate with. That's exactly what we are going to do. That's exactly what we are doing. And we are succeeding. We are succeeding. No wonder they are pushing back. If we are not succeeding, they will not be pushing back. We want to push for sanctions because this country has laws, and those laws, they function. They have the global Magnitsky law that, is to the effect that corrupt governments and government officials and those that are involved in gross human rights violations can be sanctioned. Their properties, what is kuamba in English? Confiscated and all that. That is what we want to do. We want sanctions on Museveni, his son, and all those officials that are involved in gross human rights violations, in the torture of our people, in the subversion of democracy, and even those judges that are so immoral and are so criminal that they present somebody to them that is grossly tortured, but instead of sending that person to the emergency room, they send them to prison. You saw what happened to Kapwenza. You saw what happened to Edmund and others. And others. So, it works, and that is exactly what we are doing. But also, and very importantly, to mobilize ourselves in the diaspora. Friends, you people in the diaspora are very important. For all these countries that have freed themselves, the biggest percentage of that effort has come from the diaspora. You are the brain. And you're operating from a safe zone. So let's use it. But we can only use it when we interact regularly. That's why I keep moving from one place to another, from one state to another, to ensure that at least we charge each other. They say it's one hand that washes another. I get energy off you to keep going. And I hope I also emit some energy to you to keep going. And there we'll keep going and going and going and going. Iron sharpens iron. Finally, friends, I want you to know that we must organize. The diaspora is so effective, not just here in America. I'm here in America, and for as long as I still can't move, I will go to Europe, I will go to the Arabian countries, I will go to Africa, the safe countries in Africa. But again, don't worry about me. If I could make it out of Uganda, I can even make it back into Uganda.
God.
And before you know,
we were scared. We were terrified.
Let us keep believing. Let us keep going. Let us keep organizing. Let us keep agitating. Let us keep making friends. Making friends for Uganda. We are going to be free. Me, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not going to give up. In any case, what other alternative other than keep going? I like Bob Marley. He said you can never know how strong you are until being strong is the only solution. Here we are. Here we are. Finally, I want to thank the people that have supported us. Personally, I always laugh at myself when I say I'm homeless, because I am.
You are.
The military took over my home.
You are. But
I've lived just as comfortable as I was in my home because I'm surrounded with love.
Okay.
I want to thank you very much for keeping me fed, for keeping me clothed, for keeping me hopeful. Do that to each other. Do that to each other. Let us keep making each other feel safe, feel loved, feel secure. And let us keep the hope alive.
Okay.
So with those few remarks, friends, I want to appreciate you so much. Tomorrow, I'm being lined up for an award ceremony here in New York. And then the day after tomorrow, we'll have a leadership retreat in Boston.
The tickets were like $500.
We'll engage. I keep visiting various universities. A few days ago, I was at the University of California in Berkeley. In the coming days, I hope to speak to the students in Howard University in Washington. I hope to speak to the students in Harvard and many other places to ensure that this time when the regime thinks I should be crying and I should be in a corner regretting why I ever got into this, I want to stand here and tell the regime that if I had to do it again, I would do it even more stubborn.
Thank you.
Let us keep fighting. Uganda is going to be free. I have no doubt about that.
Thank you.
I have no doubt about that. These things that you see the regime doing show an exiting regime. If they were still here, they would be operating with confidence. But now they're operating with fear. They are under fear. Let us keep pushing. One day we'll be meeting in our own home. One day we're not going to have to be shy about our country. We're going to be proud of our country. We're not going to have to be scared. We will be free, and that is very soon. But it's not going to come as a miracle. It's going to come out of the work and the push that we exert. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our power. People power. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
That is
Mr. President. People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
And everywhere.
NUP.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
Everywhere.
NUP.
And NUP.
Everywhere.
In New York.
Everywhere.
In Boston.
Everywhere.
In California.
Everywhere.
In Chicago.
Everywhere.
Everywhere is NUP.
50 states.
And Chaplin, our president.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you, New York, for loving our president, and thank you for loving National Unity Platform.
Thank you.
We're going to be doing Q&A. We will, for those that have questions, you can write them down, and we can forward some of those questions. Two, we are going to be, Madam Leila. I think this has to work.
It's two Leilas.
Those who need refreshments, water is right at the back. Some snacks over there. So feel free to pick up a bottle and drink. And let's kind of a little bit hot here, but let's give it serve yourself. Feel free, get up and So Q&A is next. Please feel free, and thank you so much.
Hello. Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
My name is Ernest Skinner. 83 years of age, from August. I've been in this country since 1967. I've never stopped being a Pan-Africanist. I come from Trinidad and Tobago. I want to congratulate you on what you've been doing. The fact that you've put your body on the line time and time again is what is expected of true patriots.
Thanks.
The beauty about it is that you are now surrounded by people who hold you in great esteem, and you should very much be comforted by that. I'm extremely happy to know that your wife has joined you. I move in political circles, and I understand that Brother Meeks has met with your folks. I would like to give you the opportunity to possibly meet with the head of the Congressional Black Caucus, Congresswoman Yvette Clark. Yvette is my congressperson, and I helped to get her elected. So I will do that. So I'll be talking with your president, your local president, to see how that can be done. Continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elder. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Mr. President-elect, congratulations. My name is Bobola Shunka. I'm a Nigerian American, but I call myself a citizen of the United States of Africa. That's what I do. And my question to you is, you feel safe in America, ironically. I've been following you for quite a while now. By the way, I'd like to recognize Milton Alimadi. Milton Alimadi is the #1 champion, our brother, who's a champion. It just gives us so much power, and he's one that actually invites us here in such a short days. But back to my question, it's ironic that you're in America right now, the situation in this country with us autocratic power in this country, where you feel safe. In light of what's happening in Gaza Strip, in Iran, as we speak in the Middle East in general, and the role that America and Israel play in this massacre that's happening in that part of the world, why do you feel safe in America? I want you to answer the question. Why do you feel safe in a country that Africans, so to speak, look up to this country as a safe haven that we come and we work with the economy and the culture of this nation, whereby America does not belong to white people. We belong to indigenous people, right? So we're all entitled to this country. And I understand that that's why we're here, and we contribute. But then again, my specific question that I would like to address, why do you feel so safe in this country, considering the current state of affairs?
Oh, good.
Thank you, Mama. I appreciate the fact that you envision Africa as a United States. We might not see that in our lifetime, but when the dream is kept alive, we'll get there. Our forefathers envisioned freedom for 400 years, but they saw that freedom through their prosperity. So dreams never die. Why do I feel safe in America?
Yeah.
I never said I feel safe, because I don't feel fully safe. But I can confidently say I feel much safer in America than back home. The farther away I'm from home, is the safer I feel. Isn't that painful? Isn't that ironic? I just mentioned that in the days of Idi Amin, you could, as soon as you cross the border, you feel safe. But even the brothers across the border compromise, and the compromising continues. So first and foremost, I wanted to make it to be as far away from home as possible to feel safe. Not only for safety, because I could go to Zambia, I will be safe in Zambia. At least they have a decent president who also happens to be my personal friend, President Ichilima. I could maybe have a semblance of safety in countries like South Africa and others. But again, Zambia or South Africa is less responsible for the situation in Uganda than America. For a long time, America has been giving Museveni up to $1 billion US. Now that money is given to Museveni in our name. But realistically, that money is meant to suppress us. So, I came to the US, one, to get a semblance of safety, but not to be safe, because I know the regime in Uganda has a history of pursuing its political opponents, even from far across borders. Even when I move in America, I look over my shoulders because I know a lot of taxpayers' money has been invested to pursue me and eliminate me. In fact, it's easier and safer for them to harm me or eliminate me from a country like America, because then they can say, it was not in our hands. But again, I'm here in America to make a case for Uganda, to tell the Americans, the American administration, that we are not here to ask you to save us. We are here to demand that you stop sponsoring our oppression.
Thank you.
If America is not supporting Museveni, he would not be able to subjugate us for that long. If the EU was not empowering and sponsoring him, he wouldn't. We can fight Museveni and defeat him. But we cannot fight against $1 billion a year. We cannot fight against the American guns and the French, tear gas and the European euros and all that. We want to call them out, to ask them to stop being partners in crime. And we don't only call out the administration, but to try as much as possible, which we are. That's why I'm asking you to make as many friends as possible. Pleases me so much to see that we have an elder from Trinidad and Tobago, to a sister like you from Nigeria, coming together as Africans to agitate for an African country so that we can make that a free country and the best to free other countries. And we know that this is a country where citizens are respected and listened to. So if American citizens reach out to their congressmen and women, to their senators, and tell them to stop using their taxpayers' money in sponsoring terror in Uganda, we believe that will work. We believe we'll get sanctions against them. We believe we'll pressure them the same way the American government was pressured to stop aligning itself with the apartheid regime in South Africa. We can achieve that. We can't reinvent the wheel. It has been done before. It can be done. Finally, I'll tell you this, that what is being done in Uganda is not being done in Europe. If the people that Museveni is killing were being killed by any European dictator, that dictator would not be in power the following week. Imagine that if there was a son of a president in some country in Europe that brags about torturing people and posts that on social media, that says, I killed 24 members of the opposition party and their leader should be my 25th victim. Imagine if that happened. I mean, the entire Western world would be up in arms. But to see that that does not happen in Europe or anywhere in the world but happens in Africa is an indication that the standard of human rights in Africa is rated low. So if the standard of human rights and the standard of democracy in Africa is rated lower than anywhere else in the world, if that's not racism, then what is it? Thank you.
Yes, the microphone is open. I know you had a question prior. You're good?
I think, and I'm humbled to be here, I think you answered it. The U.S. is the greatest purveyor of violence in the world and in Africa. It's our responsibility who live in the belly of the beast to stop the funding of the killing, to stop the imperialist, hegemonistic interest, and to support, as you so determined, the president, the rightful president of Uganda to return home and assume a beautiful, beloved community of freedom. So you've answered it, and I'm honored.
Thank you.
Yeah, comrades, the microphone is open. Please feel free. I'll repeat, we have refreshment, we have water, and we have a couple snacks at the back. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Thank you for being alive, and thank you for inspiring us all over the world. Thank you very much. That is all I can say.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. President. My name is Molsa Pasasha. I'm Ugandan, born and bred. I just wanted to commend you for how resilient you have been over the course of this fight and struggle. I personally felt overpowered over the times, over the years, seeing the things that have been happening to you. And because of you, seeing that you do not give up, and have inspired such tremendous wave of leadership and Pan-Africanism across Africa, because we all know Bobi Wine is not just a Ugandan treasure, you're a treasure across Africa and the world. We know that you're the duly elected president of Uganda, but this is just more a matter of when, not if. I know that you're going to be in the State House in Uganda. What is your view of leaders like Burkina Faso president and working with them once you take office in Uganda? Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very interesting question. Have you ever had a question for which you have a different answer as time moves, where your answer keeps evolving? First and foremost, I'm one firm believer in young leadership in Africa. And when I saw Ibrahim Traore taking over, I was glad. Why? I love Thomas Sankara. And I saw Thomas Sankara taking over. What Thomas Sankara did and what we hoped he would have done had he lived inspired us. It's because of people like Thomas Sankara, revolutionaries like Thomas Sankara, revolutionaries like Che Guevara, that we wear the red beret. We want the spirit to keep moving, the spirit of selflessness, and revolutionary spirit. And indeed, I was excited when Ibrahim Traore took over. And for the positive things that he said, the Pan-African rhetoric that he had, I was really, really inspired. Although I don't believe in violence, I agreed with him on everything. I agreed with him on taking back what rightfully belongs to us and making sure it benefits the African people and not the imperialists. However, I disagreed with the way Ibrahim Traore took power. But I was persuaded to believe it was necessary. Like Malcolm X says, one has to free oneself by whatever means necessary. So, while I didn't agree with the way he took power, on one interview, and I was in South Africa, I said that, if Ibrahim Traore was popular outside his country, then I believed he was equally popular in his country. Then the best thing for him to do as a leader is to give the people of Burkina Faso a chance to vote for him so that he can be their servant and not a boss. A popular leader wants to make the people believe in them. Personally, I believe in servant leadership. I believe leaders are supposed to be servants. And you must teach everybody to be like you. Traore has the opportunity to plant his mindset, his African-oriented mindset in the people, and then give them opportunity, because for a leader, you must multiply yourself. I've said it many times. I want to inspire as many Bobi Wines in Uganda, and among them, you will find even more talented Bobi Wines than myself. More educated ones like myself. Because the success of any leader is to be able to inspire other leaders to come after them. So that was my firm belief. Of course, over time, I keep getting disappointed when I saw that he scrapped the Electoral Commission. It hit me bad. And recently, I completely disagreed with him when he said that democracy is out of the way. Yeah. I strongly believe that as Africans, we must empower each other to hold each other accountable. Countries like America and the developed world, and this is my opinion, they don't develop because their leaders are so good. No. They develop because their people are empowered to hold the leaders accountable. Yeah. These leaders don't steal money because people will go on the street. People will fight back. We have to empower our people. That's my opinion. I'm not a Burkinabe. But I believe that the people should be empowered and they should be given the right to give we the leaders the mandate. I might be speaking so well, but the things I'm saying, Museveni said even better and more eloquent when he was my age. I keep telling people, don't rely on me. I'm not fighting to save you. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. There was nobody more inspiring than Yoweri Museveni when he was my age. Me, I was named after Robert Mugabe. My name is Robert. When I was born in 82, Robert Mugabe was one of Africa's most prized revolutionaries. And my parents named me Robert after Mugabe. Look what Mugabe turned into after time. So for any leader that is not accountable to people is very, very, very prone to being corrupt by power. As we know, power corrupts. So a leader that's not answerable to people, a leader that's a king, I don't agree. I believe Burkina Faso, just like he produced Sankara and he produced Traore, it has many sons and daughters. Give them a chance. Create a situation where leaders are going to be accountable. I believe in a situation where leaders fear to offend their citizens, where leaders govern in the interest of the citizens. That is my own humble opinion. Thank you.
May I just, if you may, just one last question. Now that you kind of touched on it,
Uganda this time.
yeah, it's about Uganda. Now that you kind of touched about it, I watched an interview with you to know when it was
Get all this
where you were asked what you would do to make sure that when you get in power, there's no dictatorship ever happen in Uganda, because it's just mentioned that absolute, power corrupts. And, I just want to know, what are your measures once you become president? What will you put in place to ensure that we do not ever have another dictator for life to come, whether it be you or someone else after you?
Thank you. Those measures are not going to put there after we take power. Those measures have to be put now. Whatever we believe in, we must show it now. You cannot give what you don't have. I cannot tell you, trust me, put me in power, and go and drink your alcohol. No. It is always work in progress. What we try to do now is build and strengthen institutions. For us, the party that I lead, I don't make decisions, we make them together. We debate and we decide as a leadership, as a team. But the most important thing, if you ask me, to ensure that you immunize a nation against dictatorship. Empower, first of all, the citizenry. Empower the people. That's why we call ourselves people power. When people are empowered, leaders are going to respect them. And then strengthen the institutions. Institutions outlive human temptation, human weakness, and human greed. If we had institutions functioning, if the judiciary was functioning, then people who are opposing the government legitimately would not be thrown in prisons and even denied hearing. They would, be handled according to the law. If the institution of the police was functioning, it would be keeping law and order, protecting citizens and their property, and not playing politics. If the institution of the military was professional and independent, it would not be a tool of oppression. It would be guarding our borders. But now, every now and then you hear ADF rebels sneaked into our country and killed X amount of people. Why? Because the military is focusing on chasing political opponents. So let us strengthen the institutions and make them independent. The parliament, you saw just yesterday, General Museveni gave 100 million to every MP. Now, 100 million is like 35,000 US dollars. Imagine giving 35,000 US dollars to every member of parliament. We have 557 members of parliament in Uganda. Where he gets that money, God knows.
Taxes.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
That's our president.
Thank you.
His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi, elected president of the Republic of Uganda. Thank you so much, comrades. Do we have more questions? Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. President? I'm honored to be here. I don't know a whole lot about Uganda, but my friends from Uganda, she talked about her country. The one thing she said to me today was she asked me to accommodate her to this event so she could see her president. And I say that with empathy. She said her president. She said you are the one true president of Uganda. And me coming here, hearing you speak about the challenges that, because I don't know a lot about Uganda. She teaches me a little bit. I can say a couple of her words. But again, I'm honored to be here because the topics, they go on here in the United States also. Not as bad as over in Uganda. And the fact that you're standing up and fighting for your country. And everyone in here acknowledges you as Mr. President. So I just want to say, she told me, way down.
Right now. This is the last question.
We go
Okay.
for pictures.
You'll be the last. Thank you. You need a t-shirt?
People power.
Oh,
Yes,
get
now,
one. Thank you.
we're
Thanks for
going to
coming.
have a picture with the president.
I have a whole big team.
We'll all come
So
and stand
nice.
aside, and then we'll get a good, beautiful picture for
Sure.
the New York chapter.
Thank you.
Very good.
No,
Before everyone goes, we want to have a good portrait.
Yani alopala
of
hivi
the
yange
New York
ndizimu.
chapter, so you guys know that we were all here.
Muli mukulu opala yivu, tap the screen. Muli balaba. Ne mumulabe bwanyirira. Mumulaba.
Yes, Mr. President-elect, it's really an honor to be here to hear you, to be in your spiritual energy as an African.
Gwaweddemu essuubi genda weeba.
I'd like to recommend that, and I, Milton, we'll get back to Milton on this, but you're infusing into your language and also people that are in the president is so powerful. I've been in this country for 45 years. In my time, I've never seen any young African leader come to the United States and really have this sort of magnetic power that you really have. And in that light, the fact that we are educated in this country as well, we all and so on. The African immigrant community is so huge and so diverse. Right here you have the multi-ethnic community. The Nigerians are the most, populated, the largest population of African immigrants in America are Nigerians. And then you have other African, population around the U.S. I would like to recommend a town hall meeting where we can really engage. Because what you're putting out is really what we call original content, knowledge. We get on social media fine, but I've been with you in person is really more powerful than what we get on social media. So anyway, I'm saying that with your coordinator, I'm also a member of the New York Foreign Press. I'm an independent journalist by profession. And being an independent media person, we get to say whatever we want. We don't get paid by corporate media. We're not beholden to anyone, right? So it is important that we coordinate and have you in every community possible across the United States, and we can do that. I really would like to, and I would love to be part of that. We can make it happen, and I just want to get that. Thank you. I get emotional.
Actually, I wanna invite you to Boston on Saturday. We're gonna have this Saturday. We're gonna have a town hall. So make sure it's an inter-diaspora town hall. So please, if you can't make it, generous, please get time and swing by Boston. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And by the way, also on behalf of the network of Pacifica radio stations and so on, there's a broader community. There are people who have learned a lot from the apartheid struggle. They have learned from the Palestinian struggle, and they are more than ready and prepared to continue to learn from our siblings in Africa, the rightful president. And we can also organize a broad movement to say to the U.S., you are the greatest purveyor of violence in the world. Thank you, Martin Luther King. No more genocide in our name. No more funding of Muslims. So when you're ready, Stuart and so on, we commit also to put together a broad forum to get more we're not going to be as big as Berkeley, but now we can do it. Also with money. Oh,
As we close, allow me to communicate a special thank you to the brothers and sisters that not necessarily come from Uganda. In fact, those that don't necessarily come from Africa. Thank you for taking this from myself. I always share it with my friends that for slavery to end, it did not only take Africans, but it took even the good white people to end it. For colonialism to end, it did not take only those that were facing it. So for you friends, take up a responsibility that not you. You don't have to do this. But for that you're doing, I don't know if you believe in God, but I believe that it's only God that will pay you back.
I believe that you may save the soul of this country.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Comrades, let's have a picture with the president.
Should we have? Natalie want to leave. Do you want to have one?
I'll hover around to take a picture.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes. So I was on a live video, but I think I'm going to conclude it. Guys, and then you take it. Oh, X is here. X, do you want to use your phone and take a photo of me? Oh, do you want to take a photo of me?
I want to take a photo.
Okay, you okay?
You and Bobby. I want to take a photo of you and Bobby.
Okay, sure, thank you.
I'm going to take a photo of you later.
Come out from Labia. Mwe oba mwe bendera yange. Nzikirizibwa. Sobola jimu. I'm going to give him this. Ngendo janja was I'll be giving him a flag when I see him. Yes, I'm going to give him a flag. Yes. And since he's signing, I'm going to ask him to sign my cup. And I'm going to ask him to sign. This is my flag. Thank you. Tulimbi fine. Into zane bwenvaako kati nange nfune my own time. Mwebale nnyo mwenna ababaddeko. Abantu bagala naye nga tuli bulungi. Mukama wange nduusa kano kamuwere wano kukikirizibwa.
Today is the 16th of April. 2026. Thank you so much.
I'm definitely working. But no, President was
I signed it. Guys, everybody come over behind me. This picture for Newyork
Simanyi.
No, it's okay. Yeah, let's close in, comrades. Let's close in for a beautiful picture. Ha.